What's going on, guys? It's the Bag of Tricks here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be learning one of my favorite tricks. Scratch that. My absolute favorite trick. The 450 out on skis. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do both frontside and backside 450s. The reason being is that the learning process for these tricks is pretty much identical. So what you're gonna want to learn before you try a 450 out is backside 270s, frontside 270s, and 360s. Now, if you want to learn unnatural 360s, that will help you with one of the 450s, but it's not necessary. Get the backside and frontside 2s on lock. You should be able to do them in your sleep, and then transitioning to the 450 is really not too difficult. So we'll start with the backside 450, and this should be the easier of the two to learn, in my opinion. The reason being is for most people, you're going to be spinning your natural way off of the rail. So for a lot of people, it's pretty much just like doing a 360 just off of a rail. So if you have your 3s on lock, transitioning over to a rail and doing the 450 really isn't that hard. So what you want to do is do the exact same motion as you would a backside 2, but you want to get your head around, and that's going to be the theme for both of these tricks. Really get your head around, and you can see in all of these clips, like here and here, that we always get our heads around and spot that landing right at about 270, where you should be landing forward. We spot that landing, we know where we are in the air, and then from there it's just another 180, so it's really not that hard. Basically, I mean, guys, a 450 out is doing a backside 270 out and throwing it a little bit harder. But getting your head around and spotting that landing to know exactly where you are is very important. Now, moving to the frontside 450 out, this trick is quite a bit harder, in my opinion, than the backside 270 out, and there's a few reasons for that. Reason number one is it's a blind trick. There is a moment during this trick where you go completely blind, and it's right about at 270. So once you get to 270, normally you would be landing, and you land switch with a frontside 2. But with this trick, you go blind, and you still have to do that 180 at the end to get it all the way around for the 450. So it's very, very important, even more important than the backside backside 450, to get your head around on this trick. Without getting your head around, you're not gonna, the rest of your body's not gonna follow through. If you've seen any of my other tutorials, you know that I stress this a lot, that your head leads the way with every trick, and especially with the frontside 450 out. When you get to 270, if you just stop looking for your landing and you get to 270 and you're like, all right, I'm just going to spin the rest of the way around, you're not going to. You might get 90 more degrees around, and that's the worst case scenario. You don't want to be landing sideways. So when you get to 270, your work is not done. With the backside 4, when you get to 270, you're home free, right? You can see everything. But with the front side, it's still very blind, and it's very important to wrench your head around, get that neck twisted, get your upper body twisted, and find the landing, and just get through that mini period of blindness. Once you get your head around, the rest of your body's just going to kind of whiplash into place, and you're going to land forward with the front 4, which is nice, but just be aware there is a moment of blindness, and if you don't get your head around and get through that and spot your landing, you're not going to get the rotation around. So it is a bit more difficult than the backside 4. So rails and features that I would learn this on first, don't learn it on a box, because it's very hard to set your edge and get the right kind of push off that you need on a box. I would suggest learning it on a tube, and preferably one with a little bit of grip on it, not something that's super smooth. Something with a little grip, and a tube or rail, flat bar, pretty tall, something you're comfortable with. Maybe even an up tube, like a Canon rail or a Canon tube would be perfect to learn it on. It's something that gives you a lot of air time at the end of it and allows you to have plenty of time to calmly and smoothly get the rotation around. That makes it a lot easier. So I learned it on a giant up rail. I mean, it was huge. So that is what I would suggest. And for the first few times I did it, I like the first features I landed a backside 4 on were always up rails, and I think the same held true with the front four. So learning it on a feature that, you know, just helps you make it easier is very important, and that's what I would suggest. As you get better and better and better, you're going to be able to spin faster and faster and faster, and the more you spin, the more you win. So it's a win-win situation, guys. But once you get the 450 down, feel free to take it into front and back sixes. I've never done a front six. Hopefully this season I'll throw one, but you already know I like that back six and I love the back four. So I wanted to teach you this early in the season, guys, so you can all get it locked and loaded and impress everybody on the mountain. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed and if this helped you, leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.